Shalom, giving all praise to YAHAWASHI, QADASH. Shalom to the hopefully elect out there. I'm going to entitle this video, Christianity is an enemy to all Israelites. Christianity is an enemy to all Israelites. So not one Israelite, Jake, should be in Christianity. You're on the side of the enemy. Christianity was given to you in slavery. We called it plantation Christianity, which is known as, and I gave it this name, Renaissance Christianity. The Christianity that Jake practices is a slave master's Christianity, which is Renaissance Christianity, where everything is white. The angels are white. The Israelites in the Bible, the heroes of the Bible are so-called white. What I mean by white is Edomites, of course. If you happen to go to the heavens, you go to the pearly gates, Peter's going to be there. He's a white man. The Most High himself is white. The Lord, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, is a white man. So this is what is this? I'm trying to get the new. Okay, this is of all news companies. It would have to be Fox News, the biggest racist, one of the biggest racist organizations out there. They're all about the white people, their people, which there's nothing wrong with it if you told the truth. If you say this is all about white people, we don't give a damn about Jake. But they'll have certain how do you call it, token Negroes on there to make it seem like, we cover both sides. We're not racist. And they get token Negroes. That's all they got on there. Every Negro that's on the Fox News, in the front of the camera, they're token Negroes, okay? They really don't want them there. So, and there's a reason why part of the title is Christian or Christianity, because Christians condone murder. This is the case of, so I'll read the article. New York City Marine veteran Daniel Penny's defense fund grew by almost $500,000 in a day, in only one day, to over 1.5 million. Believe me, if the lawyers need more money, they're gonna get it. They're gonna get him off, and that may start, because Jake ain't having it, man. It's on camera. You can't deny it. There was another guy that held Neely's arm down, so he couldn't escape the choke, even if he knew how to defend against it. So that was that was, to me, that was a setup to want to kill somebody. I guess the guy that held his arm was his partner. He didn't. It was two guys actually. They didn't try to take the choke off him. They really helped him. So that was a murder that took place on New York City subway in front of at least 20, 30 people. And none of those people, got up to do anything about it. We don't know what really went on inside that train, why people didn't, come to the aid of that man, or why, he was asking for money. He was a bit irate. I would have just gave him the money. I would have said, here's $5, brother, But that was hate, in the heart of this guy, Daniel Penny. He wanted to kill a nigga. That's what that was in his mind. Well, I'm gonna kill this nigga. I'm gonna choke this nigga till he no longer breathes. And maybe this is all a staged thing. But I see, I'm not prophesying, but I see if this guy gets off, that this city's gonna explode. Because that's clearly, racial bias. Because if it was a businessman, a guy, a so-called white man, Edomite with a business suit on, Brooks Brothers suit, with a attaché case in his hand, looked like a Wall Street type or a lawyer type. He's on medication. He misses his medication. He gets irate with the passengers. Some Jake from the hood, or two Jakes, they grab him, they put a yoke on him, and he dies. You know, goddamn well, that Jake from the hood or the two Jake from the hood are not going home scot-free. They would have been arrested. They would have called them two animals, you know, killed this businessman. They would have switched the story around. So what they're doing is, the first thing that they said about this guy, Neely, is that he had been arrested over 40 times. Well, if you're a homeless in the street, you're going to get arrested for jaywalking. You're going to get arrested for sleeping in the park. You know, you're going to get arrested for, you know, a lot of petty things. So he would go in the system, and they find out he didn't have no money. They'd maybe make him do community service, and they would let him out. So being arrested has nothing to do with being convicted. Those are two different things. So they made this guy out. They made this guy Neely to be a bad guy, a perpetrator, a dangerous person, and he was a small person. This guy Penny is a former Marine, 24-year-old. I guarantee you, he's a practitioner of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And if that comes out, he said that he didn't know the guy was going to die. Well, if you practice Jiu-Jitsu, or let's say not, in the Marines, they teach you how to kill. They teach you hand-to-hand combat. They teach you how to knife fight. They teach you to kill mark and how to take a man out if it's a hand-to-hand situation. And what he did was he performed a perfect rear naked choke if you practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But if he's a practicer of the art, then he knows how many seconds before a person, you know, goes limp. If you hold it for longer than that, he experiences brain damage. That would be 8 seconds, 10 seconds, 11 seconds, 12 seconds. You hold it for that long, that person's dead. And I'm getting this from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I hate to use the word master, but I'm gonna call him a master teacher. He's a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, competed in Jiu-Jitsu, and he knows what can happen. They teach you that. They said, look, if you get into a fight, you put a choke on somebody, don't hold it for longer than 10 seconds, 10, 11, 12 seconds, because the guy's going to die, and you're going to get locked up. You're going to be charged with either murder 1, murder 2, first-degree manslaughter, second-degree manslaughter. So it says Penny, which is the Edomite, 24, was arraigned Friday, and they let him go. And the reason why they finally arrested him is because you had a lot of protests. But let this man walk free. Let him walk free. This city's going to explode. So it says Penny, 24, was arraigned Friday on the count of second-degree manslaughter for fatally choking to death 30-year-old Jordan Neely, who prosecutors say had been making threats and scaring passengers. So if he lets go, anybody that scares a passenger in the least way, somebody could be justified in killing the person. His lawyers, Thomas Kenneth and Steve Kaiser, a small hat, launched the campaign Tuesday on the Christian crowdfunding site Give, Send, Go. It's a Christian based crowdfunding site. So what did Christians think about that? They said, we got to save this guy because he's a fellow Christian. They don't give a fuck about you. So all you niggas that's in the Christianity, may you die in that while you're in that practicing the religion of Christianity. Esau's Christianity, plantation Christianity. Fuck you niggas. Like I said, you're the enemy. Any of you that follow behind Vocab Malone, all of you gonna die. by the hands of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. You're enemies to us. So it says 1,097,282 as of Saturday afternoon, and surpassed 1.5 million as of Sunday morning. So he might get, over $2 million. And if he needs more, he'll get more. They're going to get the best lawyers, the best legal people to represent this guy and to turn that whole thing around and make him look like a hero. If it wasn't for him, I'm surprised they didn't find a gun on the Jake. But anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.